Yasas, kalispera. Hello, my dear friends. I'm Elena, and welcome to Made with Yiayia. Today, I'm going to be showing you a Greek vegetable roast dish. It's so yummy. We call it Tourlou. So come on into my kitchen and let's start cooking. Opa! These are all the ingredients we're going to need, and these are going to fit into your 9 by 13 baking dish. So the first thing is your potatoes. Now these were a little bit smaller, so I do have 4. Usually I use 2, so just see the size of the potatoes, right? The point is to fill this dish. So let's get chopping. So this is how you will chop them. A little bit thin, that way they'll cook nicely all together. I like to put everything in a bowl, and then after, when everything's mixed with all your spices, to put them in the actual baking dish. So we'll start with our potatoes. Our next vegetable is zucchini, and 2 are sufficient. So this is about the size. So again, we're going to cut them around the same size, but you want them to be nice around. It's actually a really pretty vegetable meal too. And again, as you can see, our zucchini is also nice and thin. It's not anything that needs perfection. So just chop away, a little bit thinner, a little bit fatter, no big deal. Our other things are 2 peppers. And you could do green, you could do whichever ones you prefer. I just love more the orange, even yellow, and red bell peppers. They're a little bit sweeter. And always do 2. But it also adds a nice splash of color. So again, it makes it more appetizing as you're looking at the beautiful colors come together. There we go. So thin little slices. That way when we mix it, like I said, it will look absolutely beautiful, but it also will cook nicely and incorporate yummy flavors. Now we need 1 medium onion. See all the pretty colors coming together. And our last of our vegetables is our garlic. Now this, when I do garlic in an actual meal like this, I like to have pieces. So you can mince it if that's how you like to put it when you're baking things like that or roasting things. But I like to have it still thin, but I'd like it to be a little bit more pieces in there. And there we go. So now we're just gonna give this a little bit of a toss, just so we can kind of have all our ingredients mixed a bit. And there you go. See all the nice mix of the vegetables? Absolutely beautiful. Now let's make the dressing, so to speak, that's gonna go in it. Start off with 1 cup of water. We're going to add 1/4 of a cup of tomato sauce, 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, and now comes our spices. Of course, you know me, dill. So I put 2 tablespoons of dill. I use 2 bay leaves, and then we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of, what's my other favorite spice? You got it, dried oregano. All we do, just give it a little stir and we just drizzle it over our beautiful vegetables. Give it a nice stir so everything's incorporated. The reason I do it this way, I know others will just pour everything on top of the vegetable. You know, you'll do your salt, pepper, all that stuff, and just kind of put it and then stir it. Sometimes I found in my years of cooking that the salt might fall a little bit more in one place and it might be salty, or the hot pepper flakes will fall in one place and it's a little bit more spicier. Whereas this way, when you dilute it in the water and the fluids and the oil, it all gets nicely blended in. So once you put it on your veggies or anything that you're cooking, you know that everything is going to taste the same. So now, because it has oil in that, you don't need to oil your baking dish because it's already incorporated in with your vegetables. So then we're just going to dump it all in. I've preheated my oven to 380 degrees. And we are going to cook it initially for half an hour. We're going to give it a really good stir. And then another half hour after that. So we took it out of the oven and it looks absolutely amazing. The colors of all the vegetables are just beautiful, and it's so nice and tender when you poke your potatoes in the vegetables. So let's give this a try. Put some in my plate. The smells, again, are just absolutely amazing, guys. So you definitely need to try this. Potato, perfect. The zucchini has a nice tenderness to it. The pepper, you get that little bite from the pepper flakes, which is beautiful. If it's something you don't like to have, by means don't put any of the spice in. Or if you like it to be spicier, just add a little more of that. So again, such a simple recipe for you and your family to try. I'm Elena, and you've been watching Made with Yiayia. Opa!